Hello my beautiful people, welcome to your weekly general with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me as always. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your when I went into my intuition this week, it was really funny. What I could see was like, you know, one of those 17th century French women with, you know, the big bouffant and the, you know, white powdered face and the boobs all pushed up and, you know, they look like dolls, do you know what I mean? And then what I saw was all of the stuff, like all, you know, the hairpiece and the makeup, and it was all just coming off. And then what was revealed was just this beautiful young maiden. And she was like really timid. It was like there was this feeling of like, oh my gosh, you know, without all of that stuff with the, you know, that makes me, you know, it was like she could, you know, you could see she felt completely exposed. And then like it's like she gathered her hair, like her actual hair, tied it up in like a messy bun and just left it and just stood there. And then when she walked into the room, everyone kind of looked at her and they were like absolutely wowed and awed. And then it's really like interesting because there was like this big sort of golden aura that just surrounded her, and it was like, you know what, I'm enough just as I am. I don't need all of the do you know what I mean? Like I just don't need any of that to make me who I am. So the message this week is let yourself be seen as you are. Don't edit yourself, don't censor yourself, as many of you have seen and laughed about in my 2021 videos. There's me doing retakes, there's me burping in one of them, which I was mortified to to find that I'd actually left. Just goes to show, don't record your 2021 videos or your year ahead videos in a Mercury retrograde, because it's not going to work for you. So yeah, you know what? But all that aside and jokes aside, the message this week is literally that. Let yourself be seen exactly as you are. No hype, no pomp, no circumstance, no status. Take all of that away this week. What are you left with? You know, there's that question that they ask, like, without your job and your home and your title and all the rest of it, like, who are you? This is a week to allow people to see you as you are. And yes, that can be a very vulnerable place to be. You know, it can be a really vulnerable place to be, but it's a place to open up to, right? This is where you're going to find your true strength. And more importantly, this is where you're going to find everything and everyone that truly resonates with who you actually are, rather than who people think you are or the way that you present yourself. So let's get into it. For our destiny card this week, we get the Magician card, right? Look at that, boom. So the Destiny card being the Magician card, sometimes if you decide that everything that you know, all of that doesn't work for you anymore, take it back to basics, right? The Magician card is, there's no embellishing with the Magician card. It's just pure undiluted force, but it's the direction of that force and that energy. The Destiny card being the Magician card, this, you know, for all of us on some level, this is about us speaking from a place of who we truly are, owning our brilliance and being in that space of recognition of self, right? The Magician is number one, right? It's the first numbered major arcana card, right, which is all about me, myself, understanding who we are. This week could present you with an opportunity, and you'll be presented with a choice, and the choice that you're going to have when this opportunity is presented is, I can let people see the persona, or I can let people see me. And if you were asking me personally, like as in me, Raf, I would personally say, you know what, strip it all back. They're either going to love it or they hate it, right? Either which way, I'm kind of beyond caring at this point. And this is where, you know, this week you're going to be offered an opportunity like that. And I would say go for this. Let yourself be seen as you truly are. For the Direction card, how do we best utilize this energy? You got the Eight of Pentacles, right? Work at being yourself. make yourself a piece of art. Make yourself, and when I say a piece of art, remember we were taking all of this off. Make yourself the project. Make yourself the thing that you are working on from morning, noon and night. Like every part of you, bring it into focus. Make sure that you are doing the work on yourself, and that is the most important thing that you are going to work on this week. When it comes to work as well, interesting that we have the Eight of Pentacles. This could see you questioning something to do with the work, questioning something to do with the boss or the job. For a lot of you, maybe you are drawing a line in the sand. Maybe you're having a moment of vulnerability to say to the boss, actually, you know what, I think you're putting too much on my plate, or actually, you know what, I don't feel like I'm being utilized or valued here. This has a very strong professional energy about it, because it's the Eight of Pentacles coupled with the Magician, right? So this has a very strong energy around that. So on a professional level, this is you asking yourself, you know, a big question. It could be for some of you as well. Maybe you're presenting yourself in a new way. Maybe you're presenting something new about where you're taking things, you know, and you're really unsure about how it's going to go. I can totally relate, and all will be revealed in time. In fact, all will be revealed this week, so that's the deadline. So yeah, you know, I'm totally on board with this. I kind of feel like it's a personal reading, you know, for me, like, and I'm hoping that you all feel the same as well. What is it that you feel maybe that your skills aren't up to par on, but you know you have to move ahead with anyway? Where is it that you're being undervalued or underutilized or maybe overworked? This is a week to really own that and to speak on it. And as a direction card of what you should be doing, the Eight of Pentacles really does suggest that this is a week to have staying power. It's a week to stand your ground, and it's also a week to get into this idea of what is your true value, what is your true worth. And I think we can all agree, when all is said and done, it's not the stuff that we own, it's not the bank balance, it's not all of that crap. You know, what really matters, what your true worth and value is here and here, right? That's where you find a person's true value and a person's true worth, and actually true wealth as well. So, you know, this week, that's what you're tapping into. And then for our insight card as what's coming in or what we might need to know. Seems determined to be that one. What is it? It's the Page of Swords. For those of you that are looking into interviews or maybe changing the work or changing the job, this is a week to start looking, because it suggests that you'll get what you're looking for. If you have a meeting or a connection taking place when it comes to work, your business, or even, you know, in an academic sense, this is a really good week for that. The thing is with the Page of Swords, though, there's a couple of things. One, your opinion or the information that you're putting forward might be the unpopular opinion. However, it is the Page of Swords, so you will be vindicated. The truth will definitely, you know, and the truth will set you free. Like, it sounds really cliche, but it really will, right? By sticking to the facts and sticking to what you know to be right, you will be vindicated. But at first, you may come up against some form of a challenge. The other part of this is, I often see the Page of Swords as kind of some kind of what's the word? Sometimes I see it as a bit of like an initiation, and this suggests to me that this week there is going to be a moment, right? What is, you know, very often a magician is initiated or goes through that process. So if you find this week feels more revealing, if you find that this week seems to be pulling all of the, you know, all of the facades, all of the personas, all of the you that isn't you away from you, and it's sort of leaving you raw and exposed and vulnerable, that's actually a good thing. It might not feel like it at the time, but it really is setting you up to attract all that you are, and more importantly, all that is right for you at this moment in time. That golden aura that came from that, you know, the maiden, she only found that when she'd had that moment of, wow, I don't know how I'm going to be received. And then when she was like, you know what, just, this is it, you know, this is what you're going to get. That moment of clarity and confidence and surety within yourself. That's what's going to carry you forward. And as long as you stick to what is your personal truth and you allow people to see you exactly as you are, this week you will do nothing else but shine. This is going to be a really powerful week. I think as well, on the wider world stage, we're probably going to see some sort of talks or sit down or meeting about the world of work, about the professional world in some respect. I think we're going to see a lot coming out about education or, the academic sector this week. I think as well, I don't know, I get this sense that there's going to be something happening with a union somewhere. So that might be happening in your arena, in your profession, but it might be happening in your location as well. But I definitely see that there are going to be talks opened up this week, and I think it will be interesting to see what the results of some of those talks are. I think they're going to be making a big deal of the fact that a talk is happening, or there's a dialogue being opened up around something specific, and I feel like it will have a lot to do with the world of work, the world of academics, and what is the professional sector, I guess. With that said, I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how this shapes up for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.